This neighborhood in Pflugerville turned into a river. We're here at Crystal Bend Road and Crooked Creek Road, and let me show you here. You can see the water rushing through this neighborhood. Crooked Creek rose over its banks about midnight. Nearly 25 residents have been evacuated. Around midnight, 24 residents received knocks on their doors from the Pflugerville Fire Department telling them they needed to evacuate their homes. The water was so high and moving so fast in parts of the neighborhood that rescue workers had to use boats to get to residents. The good news, no injuries reported here. The residents were loaded onto Cap Metro buses and taken to local shelters for the night.
He got me up and asked me to come to the front door, and he said, we got a river out there, and it was scary.
The area north of here is saturated. We have been doing water rescues continually, one right after the other, and they're still in progress.
Now, as the rain continues to fall, of course, they expect the water to only rise. Residents here have been evacuated. If you need to seek shelter, you can go to the Northwest Fellowship Church. That's at 183 and Anderson Mill. In Pflugerville, Daniel Armbruster, Fox 7 News Edge. We've been here pretty much all morning, and I want to let you know this just came across the Austin Fire Department's Facebook. They said there have been 81 flood-related incidents that have occurred in Travis County since midnight to 8 a.m. This includes 32 water rescues, one structure fire by lightning, and 46 flood assist and flood barricade incidents. The residents here in this area of William Cannon and Pleasant Valley have seen what happens when Onion Creek rises extremely fast due to those flash floodwaters and what happens. And several of them have been stranded. There have been several rescues here in this neighborhood this morning. One of those people that was just rescued was this gentleman. And sir, thank you for joining us. Tell me your name, please.
Key Joyner.
Okay, and you live right next to Onion Creek, I understand.
On Onion Creek.
You live on Onion Creek. Tell me what it was like this morning when you walked outside and saw the water.
It wasn't that hot yet, but once it got big, it started rushing through the house, so we started busting all the windows so the water could rush through it, and it's crazy, man. Lost everything we had. It's just, I don't know, man. It's my first time on this, so it's pretty bad.
Well,
hopefully everybody get out of there.
Hopefully so. And tell me now, I know you were rescued by a boat by Austin Fire Department. What was that experience like? How did you get to that boat?
The boat came to the window, in our front living room window, because we busted all the windows, so they picked us all up. It was 4 of us, and we all just jumped in it. They all put safety harnesses on us and put us in. Thanks to them, they saved us.
Well, thank you very much, sir, and thank you, and we're glad you're okay. And that's the good news so far. We haven't heard any reports of any major injuries, any serious injuries out here at William Cannon and Pleasant Valley, but it has been a very traumatic morning, if you can imagine, for the residents out here.
A staple in East Austin that thousands of families and the less fortunate have turned to over the years is shutting its doors. Fox 7's Daniel Armbruster joins us live from Mrs. Baird's Bakery outlet on Tillery Street with more on this. Daniel.
Well, Mike, customers were in shock when they came to the front door today and read this sign right here. It says, "Attention customers, store closing down Friday, last day." At the Mrs. Baird's Bakery outlet on Tillery Street in East Austin, you can find day-old bread that's still fresh at a discounted price.
Economic-wise right now, everybody's hurting.
The cheaper cost has drawn in Austinites living on a fixed income, like Carrie Romero, for more than 6 decades.
A lot of these families have a lot of children in their family, and this was a way of stretching your dollar.
Today, Romero and dozens of other customers learned the landlord and Mrs. Baird's can't come to an agreement on a new lease, forcing the East Austin store that served thousands to shut down.
It's like losing part of the family. I've enjoyed over the years, you know, coming in here and the quality of service, the knowledge, and the, you know, and the people.
A lot of us have depended on this store for years. People like my parents, my mom and dad. I mean, this was part of our way, you know, life.
The underserved population comes here a lot, and so I felt that this would be a good place to spend my dollars to help keep it going.
In addition to residents, many of the churches in this neighborhood rely on donations from Mrs. Baird's to help feed the homeless and the needy. Now they'll have to find somewhere else to get those donations. Bimbo Bakeries USA, the owner of Mrs. Barrett, sent Fox 7 the following statement saying, "Our company is a manufacturer, marketer, and distributor of the world's best fresh baked breads, buns, rolls, and cake products. It was told to vacate the store by the landlord. The store will close on August 30th, 2013. The company operates another store in Round Rock at 1201 North IH 35.
These people that need the store are not going to be able to travel to Round Rock.
Residents like Romero fear they will have to pay the extra costs at conventional grocery stores just to feed their families.
They're all going to be, hurt by this.
So to get rid of merchandise, everything in the store is half off. So, Mike, it'll cost you about $1.25 to get a loaf of bread here till Friday.
They're gonna be busy. All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Killed their uncle. It happened over the weekend, and then that driver took off. Now investigators are trying to figure out who hit him. Fox 7's Daniel Armbruster spoke with the victim's family. He's joining us live now from southeast Travis County with the latest. Daniel?
Christine, we're on Culver Road. This is about 2 miles off of 183 in southeast Travis County, and this road is very dark after sunset because there's no street lights out here. Police believe the victim was walking on this road sometime overnight. We want to show you just how dark it gets out here. Now, we have the headlights on from our truck, and we also have the set lights that usually light my face. Well, I'm going to ask photojournalist Denny Gallarzo to go ahead and cut those lights, and police believe it was about this dark when that victim was struck. They say the crime occurred, though, when the driver didn't stop.
Devastating for the family.
Brenda Morales says her family is in shock after her uncle, 52-year-old Ricardo Gonzalez, was killed by a hit-and-run driver sometime in the night between Sunday evening and Monday morning.
At this time, we do not have any witnesses or anyone that has any information regarding this crash.
DPS troopers and Travis County deputies combed the scene along the 7900 block of Culver Road Monday afternoon. Troopers say Gonzalez was wearing dark clothing when he was hit sometime in the night along the dark roadway, most likely walking home after having drinks with friends.
The spread pattern of the debris, of the belongings, helped us determine it was a hit and run.
While investigators have few leads to go on, they're hoping someone with information will come forward.
We just want closure.
Gonzalez's family is hoping for the same.
Just want to know if anybody knows anything or saw anything, if they can let the family know.
Morales says her uncle was well known by everyone in the community. She believes someone knows what happened on Culver Road, a road she says is very dangerous after dark.
We always have accidents up the hill. We always have people, I think last year somebody else got killed on this road too.
And if you have any information about this hit and run, you're asked to contact DPS. We have the number there on your screen. It's 512-424-7391. And Christine, we don't have a radar gun. The speed limit on this road is about 40 miles an hour, but just by observation, we've noticed a lot of cars, it seems like they're going much faster than 40 miles an hour. You have to wonder if speed was also a factor in this.
It could be. I know that's part of the investigation, and definitely seeing how you reacted in the light is definitely an interesting thing for our viewers. So thank you very much for that story and update.
First tonight, there has been a home invasion in South Austin after a recent rash of break-ins in the area. This time, 2 residents were stabbed inside an apartment on South Congress. Fox 7's Daniel Armbruster joins us live from the Circle S Apartments with the details on this. Daniel?
Lauren, those victims were stabbed multiple times. Tonight, police are looking for 4 suspects. The Circle S Apartments on South Congress Avenue are home to hundreds of families, and now the complex is a crime scene. Police say intruders gained access to an apartment just before 1 o'clock Sunday morning and stabbed the 2 occupants inside multiple times with an unknown weapon.
My dog was barking and he told me that something was going on.
This woman, who is hearing impaired and did not want her face shown on camera, says she saw one of the 4 suspects leaving the apartment next door when her neighbors were attacked.
Came out to my living room window and I saw a man walking out, and he went out to the parking lot and he was walking with that and he wouldn't look back.
Austin police say the victims were both men. One was 24, the other was 53. Both were transported to a local hospital with multiple lacerations, but are expected to be okay. It's a crime, though, that's leaving residents here uneasy.
I saw the bodies on the floor, the blood everywhere, and then the police showed up.
While investigators believe this is an isolated incident, there have been several burglaries just a few miles away from Circle S, some while residents were inside their homes. Even if the crimes aren't connected, it's enough to make this resident consider finding a new place to live.
There's been a lot of problems escalating since we moved in March.
Well, police could only say that the suspects are 3 Hispanic men and 1 Hispanic woman. If you have any information about this crime, contact Austin Police. Lauren?
All right, Daniel, thank you.